Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to our boy, Yahweh Shem Shai, or Shem Kodash. As in the ancient Hebrew, saying all praises to Yahweh, in the name of Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name, Father God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Honor give the honors unto our elders and apostles of great millstone, and shalom to all the brothers and more pushing this word in sincerity and in truth to all that believe in this gospel. Shalom. Brothers are from Camp James, Jamaica, and this lesson, just want to do a quick one on, order. Watching this movie a while back now, been pending for do this lesson, but my spirit actually has seen if I've done right now. Just gonna play a quick clip. Rosalind gets snip. Doesn't really get strike, but let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, this is from the movie Top Gun Maverick. So let's go. And that's it. You know, orders. And in this faith as well, we have men with the most set up of us. But give orders, and it's not about our opinion or feel or anything like that. You see me? Order is order. And we're required to follow them, And I'm gonna get an account here with Miriam and then get some of the scriptures on this speed clause and this is speed and the final they like go there. That's me. Think of that. A preset came to mind, let's put it on there. So, verse 6. I'm gonna put there. Alright, yes. Alright. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so this is as you can see, the more murmuring of Miriam and Aaron. Yes, pull that up. Just get this as well. First Corinthians. Um, here, verse 10. So this is First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 10. He said, neither murmur he, as some of them also murmured and were destroyed of the destroyer. And when they're in the wilderness, them give Moses hell, right? But they said that, murmur said, the most I care we so far. Easy me if we dead better with the day in Egypt. And cucumber something another. You see me? And they were murmuring, Murmuring is like a loud complaint. That's not loud. Low complaining. You see me? And it's funny, I was basically at the plantation. And there was we call now, some management came and I was speaking and say, oh, she basically don't accept tantrum are for kids. If you have an issue, you state it and deal with it like adults. And murmuring is like something where females and kids do. If there's an issue, state the issue and try to come to a resolution instead of just murmuring. Like maybe someone going that you can't really sit well with you. You say, bring it out, say, deal with their chains of command. The world teach us to basically be bitches. I mean, use that term bitches. We grow like bitch, When I grow with order, when I grow with decorum or discipline. I'm gonna speak for myself. Maybe some brothers grow different, kudos. But for the most part, this world don't teach us conflict resolutions and how to basically deal as men. But we're not supposed to murmur, as the scripture said, neither murmur he, as some of them also murmur. So if there's, let's say there's an order that God want to really say to all you, seek clarification, and you can always put your 2 words in, right? It's not no what we call it now. tyrannical rule over brothers, yo. But instead of murmuring and maybe they are complaining to their brother about issue, yo, which not supposed to be done. And at times we might find ourselves guilty of these things, but we have to work on them because they are wrong. It says Nina murmured, he and some of them also murmured and were destroyed of the destroyer. Now all these things happened unto them for examples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Says, so wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. So these historical events were written, for learning, admonition, so we can look and see what not to do and what to do. Right? So let's go to this event. See the title here, the murmuring of Miriam and Aaron. Numbers 12, verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, had the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Had he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. So basically, them they a misstep, especially Miriam, right? She's a woman. Because a woman is supposed to usurp the authority of a man. Now, the Mosai of the elders, them, almost the elders even mean like campers and so forth. Elder brothers, there's a hierarchy of things, you subject yourself under the man you come see. Right? And me saying this goes to me as well, because these are things we have to practice and we have to admonish each other, to grow in discipline and decorum, so have some integrity, which the world doesn't teach us, And it's funny, the military are fuckers still, but certain discipline and order I'm seeing in the military, I'm seeing us in life like just, get that experience so we can grow in order, because you will really grow fuck up, You see me? But this truth, it is what is molding us with, well, fuck Esau army, you see me? But this truth, teach us better decorum, better principles, right? And just as how we don't subject ourselves to Esau military, if you're going to the military and subject yourself to orders and so forth, same difference here in this truth. Suppose it would be more, because now we get righteous orders from the Most High. Because brothers get orders, brothers not get orders out of them own our intentions. It's spiritual. Take heed, the Most High set them in that position for a reason. Do you believe in the Most High? Then follow the order. And if it's an unrighteous order, then that would yield it, because, well, I say unrighteous order. There's a degree. I mean, you see me? No man never tell you to drop and give him 100, you see me? No, that shit is, it makes sense. But brothers will say, like for example, brothers supposed to cut them ears. In no long here in Israel, is and certain orders that go. I mean, if you're going to specifics, the apostles will set orders, and brothers remember, do 3 videos a week or add video a day. Every time if you do video, no, prof. You see me? That's that necessary. You see me? And there's a thing as well, if you don't with the movement, get the fuck out. You see me? It's that simple. If I got one plantation and I do shit to I'm not gonna tolerate me. Take for myself. It's just like even there yesterday. Say it out. Like, I replaced my brother say, him no one, COVID test and shit. I was say word, but that's when they get strike. But they must say no one, no one no test and no bullshit and no VC. I say, brother, if they implement that shit, my cut. Is a minute argument, do no one, but me not gonna stay here. Is me so there's no reason, there's no need for murmuring or nothing like that, because if that come to that point, is me can't go against that, then I'm gonna leave. It's that simple, right? So going back to verse 3 now, it says, no, the man Moses was very meek. And that's what I'm seeing here with a lot of leaders in the Most High set up here. They are very meek, and unrighteous leaders, Mr. the Most High will lead them out. I'm just here for a short time. But I've heard about leaders, where some fuck up niggas, they're not here no more. But again, in order for us to be humble, and have humility and our belt, we have to have experience, right? So take those times as experience to build, right? Say this is when you basically were humble, and it's going to fulfill the will of the Most High, right? I think you say also to the fraud, let's see something so like yeah. Because their leaders that are gentle, but some rough, yeah, rough brothers. All right, First Peter 2:18. And at times, you're gonna get reproved, when you're gonna vex. You see me, as in like your feelings gonna get hurt, so to speak. But at the end of the day, you have to learn to shake that off, You see me? Right? Some brothers may just draw you aside and counsel with you. Some brother may rough you up, you know. But again, it is what it is, right? At least the message was delivered, We just have to man up and take it. Not saying brothers supposed to rough up brothers all times, But sometimes the message just come off harsh, you know. All right, so let's finish this and then we get that precept. Says Moses was very meek, says a very humble man. So when them start murmur against him, and complain against him, never like revile against him, I'm humble. Right? He says, no, the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth, which yeah, very humble man. He says, and the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out, and the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, the Lord will make myself, the Lord will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And even like on account as well with King David and King Saul. David behaved himself wise in the sight of the people and in front of Saul, that there was no accusation against David, even though Saul unjustly persecuted David. Because the spirit of the Lord was an evil spirit from the Lord was basically plaguing Saul for that. But David, he humbled himself, and we have to learn to um, you know, basically portray these behaviors as well, adopt them. Again, me can't stop himself, never raised like that. A situation like that, I pray the most if you keep your foot because yeah, man, I don't want brush your virgin. You see me? You have one, rile up. But again, in this faith, as Apostle Kabar did an excellent lesson, upon even Yahushai, the man them box him, spit on him, and him kept him cool. In this truth, it's all about suffering. You see me? It's a hard pill to swallow, but again, it is what it is. It's about discipline, right? And at times, in this field, you're going to get orders, things going to get said or rubbed the wrong way. But at times, sometimes we're just emotional. And a few maybe days down the road or years down the road, you say, oh, fuck, that's the reason why. So just have to trust the process and follow orders, even if, sit well with it. Just don't be a bitch, right? It says, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, verse 9, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. God, the Most High, he was angry because this woman that fly up, in a Moses' face. Christians saying, if I have that face. But yeah, they them passed in place, Moses humble, and I do him think the Most High deal with him, them passed in place. And that's us, sometime passing our place with our elders, or bigger brothers in this faith. If I learn from humble self, you see me? And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. Someone so-called black woman done cracker, you know. And Aram said unto Moses, which is a curse, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not this sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Say the sin, because they were angry at Moses, for condemning him feelings. But the scripture said, be angry and sin not. So if someone upset you, there's a right way to deal with things. The scripture ever tell you, Matthew 18, if a brother offend you, deal with it. It says, let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Heal her now, O Yahweh, I beseech thee. And the Lord said unto Moses, If her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received in again. So she was punished, you know. And we sure know some brother now want more punishment. So that's have to learn from humble self, yo. Again, we may get no feelings at times, but again, be hungry and sin not. Things going frustrate. We in a flesh, bro. Easy, man. This is Romans 15, verse 4. It says, For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for a learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So these things, these accounts, these stories, so to speak, were written for learn from them, apply them in our daily life. They're written for nothing at all. For know how we behave ourselves in these last days to be acceptable in the sight of Yahweh Shai. This is 1 Peter 5, verse 1. The elders which are among you I exalt, who am also an elder and a witness of the sufferings of Yahushai, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of Yahweh which is among you, taking the oversight of thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. So the elders them down above we, and them watch over the flock, and if the flock go to order, they're supposed to beat in order. The shepherd usually have a rod for a reason, and at times not say brothers them will beat literal beat, but the rebuke gonna come, and others gonna get sent down the line. See how do this and do that, right? It's a neither as being large over God's heritage. It's not no brute force or no we call no tyrannical rulership. No, it's just order to keep things in line. It says, but being examples to the flock, and we can see the apostles them and the others them doing that, create examples. It says, and when the chief shepherd shall appear, he shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. Likewise, younger, so this is to us, right? Submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another. And this is something more for practice as well, even reasoning the brother Shapal earlier. That's not really, and when a brother come to you and a real think of a brother come alone, is the spirit of the Most High, or give counsel, your outside counsel you. So we're supposed to subject ourselves to each other. A brother give advice, so to speak, or spiritual advice. Don't want that do that. That is good. Take heed. To the brother, man, come thinking you can tell man what to do. No, nigga think like that, yo. We have to learn to identify those spirits and rebuke them. It says, and be clothed with humility. And that's key, That's what this world miss. Humility. It says, for Yahweh resisted the proud. And the scripture tells us with pride cometh contention, because if we're humble, you look on Moses. Moses was humble. His brother and his sister come against him when he was so humble, and the Most High defend him. And that will be the case at times. Again, I've heard about accounts when, certain leaders of certain campus, were them spirit never right. They're no longer here. And the brothers endured when the Most High raised them up. It says, for Yahweh resisted the proud and giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time. Right, casting all your care upon him, for he cared for you. So somebody, you can pray to the Most High as well. Titus 2 verse 6, young men likewise exalt to be sober-minded, In all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, in doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is after, anything too. Every fucking thing we learn, is from brothers, from elders, the apostles, it campaigns, like we get up and know the scripture and the breakdown them of ourselves. So we're supposed to show them these brothers reference, That's how we have sound speech. That's how a lot of character we may have, I never get it from myself. Brothers will learn, brothers will teach them modern life of them, to a certain degree, because every brother is very different. And you can't just fall after every 100%. But me can see if the seal coming to this truth, I never know shit. So brothers a teach and by the will of the Most High, ultimately spread and puff elbow, shimmy shy. We're supposed to show them reverence. That's why we are here today. Having this understanding. We never teach yourself. As the Ethiopian eunuch said, how if I understand unless someone guide me? So the man them will guide we, we're supposed to show them reverence by default. Sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. Exhort servants to be obedient unto their own masters, and please them well in all things, not answering again. Yeah, and this is a hard pill for swallow too. You see me? Not answering again, that's come down, all right, so be it. No back and forth and no contention with the elder, that right. You see me? And the scripture said masters still, but brothers are over us, so they're like masters, right? Shepherds of the flock, appointed by Yahweh Shem Yoshai, put that out there as well, So we don't want to find ourselves here go up against the heart of the Most High. He says, not prolonging, but showing all good fidelity, that they may adorn the doctrine of Yahweh, our Savior, in all things. Two more. It says, Hebrews 13, verse 16, but to do good and to communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifices Yahweh is well pleased. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls. At times, I remember even the elder brother Makolat, he was saying at one point, just even certain things you must direct, like everything that's being said directly, let me see, we can put this, I remember exactly my words, but I understand what I'm saying. It's like he was saying that sometimes I may get some counsel, you see me. It might not be like 100%, in regards to let's see, you're 100% at fault. But just learn from it. Just take what you're supposed to take from it. Brother, I never do this, and you're not even understand the situation, and blah, blah, blah. Actually, that's not necessary. Honesty. Again, I'm not fault at this a whole heap of time, but you really on your mentality or spiritually, all of that not necessary. A brother come to you, I give you counsel. Oh shit, I'm not going on. Why? You think of it spiritual. Sometime maybe the message is for some a future. Some future. You have one situation and say, oh fuck. I've been there. You say, oh shit, this is what brother they talk about. Sometimes even in the situation, understand the counsel, but a couple months down the road, you see everything will play out. So we're supposed to take heed. Read that about verse 17. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account. They must give account. It's their duty to watch over us. It says that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. And it's just like, think about me, put it like this. Me not put this on the can't talk on that level there, but I guess I have somewhat understanding. But I'm gonna use it for like say a woman, you have a woman, you look out for her good, you see me? So you're gonna give her counsel for things that are gonna basically make she better. And if she don't want to listen to you, you always have to back and forth with her. Yes, I will get sick and tired of that shit. Something me, you want to fight her own demise. You see me? So when brothers come and give counsel, or give us counsel, put himself in there, are we supposed to take heed? You want to make it hard for them. My brother you're supposed to like one come to you like brother, I will take heed in the car. You see me, a good brother. Instead of us, nobody no want to talk to nobody stubborn. You can't talk for myself. Me no want deal with nobody was stubborn. You see me? Back and forth on some simple things that are necessary, for nobody. Right? I'm just gonna read this back once more. It's a very heavy precept, It says, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls as they that must give account, and they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. Pray for us, for we trust we have a good conscience in all things, willing to live honestly. So we pray for the elders as well, because we need them. That's why they're here. Last one we have here is First Peter, which Peter is the head of the church, need I say, so wise words, which scriptures in general. But this is First Peter 2, verse 17. It says, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear Yahweh, honor the king. Simple orders. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the forward. So sometimes we have some brothers who just have a rough around the edges. He's sincere. Is he wrong? Is a counsel wrong? Come off too harsh. Well, so be it. It is what it is. We just have to man up and take it. Again, not saying we're going to always, come off aggressive. But if that's the case, we just have to learn from man up and take it, I'm pray for the strength. That's it. Again, me can talk. Me never grow a certain way. More of a prayer for the strength, to endure these things. Right? The scripture will tell you when Yahushua appeared. You remember the two apostles, in their walk and in their discourse, and Yahushua start cut them up with this, them pigs. You see me, cut them to the core. All right? But nevertheless, it was true. And that's how we have to learn, you see me? Be sincere. There's a scripture in the Apocrypha in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. He said, let thy life be sincere. It's all about sincerity. Judge the situation. Is it true? Yes, it is. Come on, Fash, well, fuck you, that unnecessary right now. This is true. This is what we need for work on. Fix it. And pray to the Most High for the strength, how needed. It says, for this is thankworthy if a man for a conscience towards Yahweh endure grief, suffering wrongfully. So maybe even you're right, but this do me learn, there's no fucking point in defending yourself a lot of times in a certain situation. How more glorious would it be if, you get the proof for something we never do? You see me, let's take it. Cycle. You see me? At least I already look out. That's one of the key things I'm gonna find out when in your proof as well, is when you have that mindset, you work perfectly. You see me? At least I already look out for me. That's good, somebody I look out for you. Because that's really what brothers are doing, looking out for each other. And they might say something and it's that maybe 100%, but it's gonna say admonish a friend. If him do it, you see me, that do it no more. If him do it, him do it, for paraphrasing. So we look out for each other. Right? So if you suffer wrongfully, brother, you come and say, brother, say, me think of the XYZ Salakia. And he may not come back, I'm fine out, I never saw you go, done. Because we literally sincerely care about each other. It says, for what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with Yahweh. So that's a lesson. Hope it is edifying to look out there. Giving all praises to our poor Yahweh, Hashem, Shaiba, Hashem, Kakodash, the wonders and to our elders and apostles of great millstone. And shalom, take full light. Shalom.